Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo January 9, 2023. Transits help you let go of tension in pleasant ways today. Someone might speak highly of you, or they have your back. Instead, you could put faith in a matter that you've been concerned about in recent weeks. It's a good time for relaxing or rejuvenating recreation if you can manage it. If you need to forgive someone or be forgiven, today can provide the moment. Emphasizing the non-material elements of a project can be a good idea now. Strength is coming from within right now. Is this person your end-all, be-all? Amidst the moon's transit through your secretive house of closure, dreams, and all things behind the scenes, you could be feeling more introspective during this time, whether you're single or already attached. You could be feeling the need to retreat and recharge your energy, so go within and tend to your life behind the scenes. Whatever choice you're preparing to make, be sure to sleep on it. With the moon in intellectual Cancer, you could be emotionally invested in your sector of greater community, technology, and dreams. As Uranus retrograde sextile Neptune continues to dream about your career path with hope and faith, the quirky moon may encourage you to invest in said dreams. You might feel more self-assured about following your professional aspirations, as the moon has straightforward mental energy that views your dreams with clarity. So, altogether, the energy is the perfect catalyst for making a calculated move in your career path toward accomplishing your goals. While there might not be any signs of movement on the income front so far this year, this is not only early days but the brakes have yet to come off. Not only is a turnaround coming up on the income front over the coming days, but the lunar nodes are just 13 days away from your two money houses and from energizing both sides of the financial fence for the next 18 months. Not everything in your private life is running as well as you would like. Friends and family have their own wishes and goals and are not bound to show consideration to you. Even though it's tough, accept that some situations will not run according to plan. Try to change your perspective and understand others' points of view. This is the best strategy at present. You're feeling pretty good but wondering how long this mojo will last. If you can do anything to solidify your position, now is the time to get started, before things start to change around you. If you are longing for love and the feeling of security this brings, don't always pursue it with such vigor or be overly concerned if a love you want isn't always available. You can get what you want by taking your time, being a little more relaxed and calm. A brand new outlook brings with it the promise of success. You can finally lift up your head and celebrate life in all its forms. No one loves celebrations more than you do, because they are a way of breaking out of your daily rut and allowing yourself some fun and relaxing social time. However, you often play your emotions like a very close hand, and few people know how much your circle of friends really matters to you. For your own sake, throw a small party, if possible. To help take the stress factor out, plan as far ahead as you wish. It is truly a time for social encounters and games that engage in friendly competition only. Make sure to live up to your professional commitments before you get into any social activities. Allow the evening to develop at its own pace. If you start to schedule the activities, you will find that you will not be able to complete them all. This can lead to frustration. Instead, try to be spontaneous today. Just go with the flow. At the same time that the moon moves into his final 2 weeks in your work sector, he moves into some of his best but the only challenging days he will face while here. A friendly aspect to Uranus in your career sector and closing in on an alignment with Mercury in your work sector puts the spotlight on both new and untapped professional and job potential. Yet this comes just as the lead up to the first full moon of 2023 begins, something that will put how well you know when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off to the test. With the sun still 7 days away from your relationship sector and from turning the solar spotlight onto your relationships, Venus return 3 days ago was always going to give you a head start. This gets an additional boost when Venus moves into a friendly aspect to the dwarf planet Ceres in your communication sector, something that can boost your confidence while giving your relationships a voice. Our eyes in the sky. The Capricorn's sun links up favorably with retrograde Mercury this morning. This is an amazing time during this planet's moonwalk, because the sun's energy helps Mercury focus. If you have any plans to schedule, contracts to sign, or situations to initiate, it's advised that you do so today. Reap the benefits of the Cazimi energy and use it to your advantage. As you cannot know what the future holds and things can change quickly, prepare to be flexible, also in financial matters. You might suffer unpleasant consequences if you make a big investment or acquisition now. If you're given this advice, remain skeptical and take some time to consider, as the information might not be the best. In your private life, you feel like you're walking through a minefield. One false move and there will be an explosion. This will really put you to the test. Don't let others blame you for everything, sometimes they are at fault too. Remember to be open for other points of view when it comes to solving problems. Reconciling both is a difficult, but not impossible task. Family and friends feel especially drawn to you and are paying you a great deal of attention. If you've been intending to renew old friendships or resolve a dispute, but didn't know how to go about it, now is the best time to cast aside your misgivings and go ahead. You will be welcomed and forgiven, and glad that you took the first step. You have the ideas, the resources, and the desire to complete a project that is important to you, but unfortunately, you don't have the concentration. Today you are lacking serious discipline and sheer motivation to get yourself moving. Try harder. In the morning, the Cancer moon trines Neptune in Pisces, encouraging us to trust our intuition. Our imagination is stimulated, inspiring creative conceptualization. This is a particularly good influence for making art or crafting music. We feel as though we are the conduit for divine transmissions, acting as a channel for otherworldly ideas. Share your creations with loved ones and get their feedback. Are you working towards your own dream or someone else's dream? This is an important question to ask yourself. Be sure that you are on target with a goal that is important to you. Otherwise, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. Stay level-headed today. People around you may try to tempt you into trying a new idea or buying into a new scheme. Don't fall for it. You will regret doing so later on. Your best bet is to stay focused on the work you already have in front of you. You may find yourself obsessing on something that doesn't matter today. Stick to your healthy habits during this distraction, and when push comes to shove, stand firm about your health. We all feel out of control once in a while. Remind yourself that you are not perfect, nobody who's anybody expects you to be perfect, and you are not aiming for perfection. If this doesn't help quell the obsessive thinking, try getting to bed early and trying again tomorrow. Shortly following this, the Capricorn Sun aligns with Mercury in its inferior conjunction, offering clarity on a matter that has plagued us during Mercury's retrograde spin. This is a good time to take decisive action, affirming that changes must be made to open a new chapter in our life story. Illumination is a gift, but it is only as good as what we do with the insight we've received. If we don't commit to using revelations to support our growth and development, the wisdom we obtain is essentially meaningless. Today is a day to release our codependency on old patterns and narratives and make space for new, more empowering ones.